Hey, how you doing? Are you there?
Oh, you talking to me? I thought you was talking to the people. Go ahead.
Talking to you.
I'm sorry. I'm great. How are you, Mia?
All right. All right, so you are listening to the Paid in Full podcast, episode 1. It is Friday, July 9th, 2021. Thank you for giving us a listen. We are newbies at potting, so please bear with any technical challenges that we may experience as we traverse this fun journey. JP is our producer, so
Word.
he's doing the dual job here.
I gets busy.
Yeah.
Looking for sponsorships.
So here we go. So let's just give us a go here. How are you doing, Mr. Payton?
I'm cool. It's rainy. My phone keep ringing, but nothing unusual for me.
Yeah, it is raining. Elsa is... No, I don't even think it's Elsa at this point. I think it's just summer in Georgia.
No, it's still Elsa.
It's still Elsa.
I believe so.
Okay, well.
Fact check.
Oh, well, check me, boo. Same here. Sleepy because of the rain, but we're here. We are kidless right now, so we have the luxury of being able to sit and talk like adults, like grown-up people. So that's what we are exploring today. So to introduce ourselves to the people, we are the Paydens. We are married with 2 children, 11 years in matrimony.
Shout out to J&J.
16 total together. It's a long time, we've been told.
Taking over for the 0405.
We have careers, a new home, multiple hobbies, and we're often asked, how do we do everything that we do? And so this opportunity is it's just something to add on to what we do. So we're just gonna have fun and kind of see how what kind of impact we may have and see where we go from here. So thank you guys for listening.
We appreciate you guys. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
There you go. We're gonna be optimistic. So our episode today is going to start with the grand question that we get a lot: how we met. How did you two meet 16 years ago? So we'll do this sort of back and forth. I will go with my perspective and have JP sort of intervene and give some of his words and his ideas, and then we'll get it from his perspective, and then we'll continue forward. So how's that sound?
Sounds fine. Kick it off.
All right. So how we met, boy. So this is unscripted, y'all. We just gonna put it out there. We met at night. It was middle of the night, actually. Well, I was a junior in college. I was actually starting my second semester of my junior year.
Tell them where you went to school.
I was at Spelman
Whoop,
College,
whoop, 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 whoop.
AUC, HBCU. And so my roommate at the time was dating a guy who knew some guys who wanted to meet some cute girls. I just so happened to be on the list of cute girls. So, and I was also the designated driver. So we took that drive. It was, I don't know, how long was that drive?
From downtown to Norcross, probably about 35 to 40
minutes. So, but when you're 20, it's not that long. So our destination was a hotel, right? That was retrofitted like a dorm.
Yeah, it was a hotel.
It was a
motel.
It was yes, it was a little lower quality, y'all. But it didn't, we were like, hey, we're going to go out and try to, meet some people. So.
Bad choice.
Anywho.
Bad decision making.
Oh my God. And so, I'm not listening to you right now. Entered the lobby, my roommate met up with her boyfriend, me and the other girl who came with us. We were then in a room with a whole lot of men, mostly just sitting and staring.
Think Players Club without the rape.
And just yeah, it wasn't uncomfortable, but it wasn't, it wasn't grandma's house on Sunday dinner either. What just sort of occurred was the girl who I was hanging with, she kind of just hung out in the hallway on her phone, and I was sitting there watching ESPN Sports Center, just kind of just there. And so this guy, young JP sir here, engaged me in conversation. So that's how it started. He told me that he liked, one of the first thing I remember, mind y'all, this is 16 years, was that you liked my scarf, because it was January, so it was cold.
It looked like something your grandma would knit back in the 1800s, so it kind of caught my eye.
It was multicolored. Oh man. So he liked my scarf. It was wrapped around my neck, and I was like, okay, thanks. All right. My hair, I was a basic, 20-year-old, but I guess he thought I was cute enough to speak to. So we talked. I asked him really random questions, the whole I'm just beating you, what are you like kind of questions, like how old are you? This dude told me he was 24. And let me give y'all a little just some background on that. I'm 20, I'm freshly 20. I turned 20 in November and it was January. He was freshly 24. So at the time, my brain was like, oh, nah, he too old for me. That's not going to work out. I don't need to talk to this old man. He told me about why Sports Center came on again, because I noticed that the TV show started over from the top. And so he actually explained that to me as to why it was cyclical. So he was already teaching me stuff, y'all. Mm-hmm. So we just had a conversation at the end of the evening. Once my roommate came out of her reverie and we were getting ready to leave out, he gave me his number. He didn't ask for my number, which was really refreshing, different. It wasn't something that I was used to, because I had getting my number, used to giving my number out. So he was like, hey, use it if you want to. And that's kind of how it just worked. So.
Oh, yeah. That's precious.
Is it precious?
It is. It is.
All right, so let's rewind the story. Let's go from your perspective.
For me, it's not going to be as visual as you put it. Mine is going to be kind of short and to the point, because it was kind of a happenstance that it even happened. So like I said, we were down there for school, which actually turned out to be a complete scam, but I got my wife out of it, so that's neither here nor there. So basically, we are from Illinois, about 50 miles south of Chicago. We found the plan to get us down to Atlanta, which was the school. So yeah, we on our way down there, the school put us on a Greyhound bus. And we randomly met some cat from Chicago, so we kind of bonded, and over the course of that 24-hour bus ride, which is a whole nother story.
Yes, it is.
So we kind of rapped with him, and kind of had a familiar face when we got to Georgia. So I guess that he had a girl down here, and she went to Spelman. So us being from Chicago and in the dead of winter, and it's 45, 50 degrees down here, that's damn near summertime. So
right. We
we were walking from basically almost like Midtown to the AUC. So coming from Norcross. So
how many miles is that? Midtown to AUC.
I don't know. It didn't matter. So we went to Hooters. We was watching the AFC championship game, and just kind of enjoying our time down there. Mm-hmm. Guy said that wanted this girl to come out to our room, and she had some other girls. So the other guy said cool. So me personally, it didn't matter to me, neither here nor there, because we just walked half a marathon. So I was really trying to just go home and go to bed.
Right. Yes, that's a long walk.
Yeah. So fast forward up to the room. For some reason, it seemed like everybody just kind of gravitated towards us for some reason. So our room was kind of almost like
Central.
the kick it spot there. So everybody was there. I honestly really just wanted to go to bed. So the guy's girl came, and I believe there was, how many of it was y'all? It was 3 of y'all?
Yeah, it was another young lady with me.
Okay.
So it was just the two of us.
Yeah, so it was three people. The guy and his girl, they went off to a secret location, and kind of whatever happened there. I won't speculate on that. It was other young lady. She got on her phone and went out into the hallway, and lo and behold, there's she kind of looked like a school mom,
Oh,
librarian type,
shade.
quiet,
School.
quiet girl with glasses on and curly hair, sitting on the couch alone. And like I said back before, it's kind of like almost like Players Club without the strippers. So me not wanting to have that on my conscience of this girl being harassed by the probably about 8 to 9 guys that were in my room, and the other 300 grown men that were in this location, I decided to just try to kill some time and keep her safe. That was my intentions, because wasn't really looking for nothing, because the whole school situation was a temp situation. We were going to be leaving in 2 weeks anyway, so
Yeah.
I was like, might as well just kill some time. Started an icebreaker by talking about her scarf and just random stuff. She told me about she wanted to she wanted to own a Borders. Do they still exist?
No, baby.
Damn.
Borders is gone.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'm glad you changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she told me she was an English major, and just good conversation. Fast forward towards the end of the night.
3 a.m.
Yeah, about 3 a.m. I gave her my number. Like I said, not knowing what was going to come from that. And probably about 45 minutes later, she texts me like the most prolific, wordy text I've ever read in my life, and I was like, what the hell?
I don't remember that.
But yeah, so basically she invited, I guess I made an impression on her, and she wanted to spend potentially some more time with me. This was Martin Luther King's birthday.
That Monday.
Going into a Martin Luther King holiday, so she invited me to go skating, and we proceeded from there.
Wow, I don't remember that text. I know when I left, they wanted some Crystal. And we went to Crystal on Northside Drive, and it was the slowest Crystal ever. Like, we sat in the drive-through for like 35 minutes, just sitting there. And I was getting mad because I was like, well, we just about to leave. And my friend was like, but I want my chili cheese fries. And I was like, but you're not driving. It's 4 a.m. I'm tired. So it probably was just, hey, let me find some happiness and text him, since I have his number. And I knew that, nothing was going to happen if I didn't initiate, because I had your number. You had no way of contacting me. So that's deep. I don't remember that.
Gentlemen.
Yes, it's very sweet. Y'all take notes. Yeah, it worked. It worked like a charm. Our second little mini topic here for our first episode is, how did that night, the night that we met, inform who we are now? Because, of course, lots of time has gone by. Lots of life has happened, right? We've gone through a lot more ups than downs, but we have had downs. We've had times where we've lost family, of course, but we've had, our babies and all these little happier things that have happened. So knowing who we were then and who we are now, how did that night, or I guess I'll rephrase it, how do we think that night that we met lead us to who we are now?
Okay.
And I'm gonna start with you, and then we'll do it backward.
Okay. Well, I would honestly say that it just showed me that there was something different, because at that point I was kind of a wandering soul, just trying to figure out life. Like I said, I had some some personal issues that had happened before me going. Life stuff happening before I even came to Georgia, and then just past relationships and stuff, and it just kind of got monotonous with what I was looking for from the opposite sex, and just it was almost like a breath of fresh air. Like there is something different. Maybe that was just me that I just kept going into that same box and not trying to expand myself as far as what I was looking for, and even challenging myself to try to do better. Just show me that there was different out there and potentially better, and I just decided to just ride the wave.
That's very beautiful. Wow. So for me, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm trying to kind of put it into phrasing that makes sense. So of course we know that we didn't expect to find each other the night that we did. In fact, it was way opposite for me. I had just come off of a relationship, or what I thought was a relationship. I was trying to force something onto someone who had already had a prior engagement that he was involved in that I didn't know about until the literal night before I met JP. So
what was the prior engagement? Get into it. Get into it. If you're gonna talk about it, talk about it.
He told me, well, he made sure that he waited 4 or 5 months until after we started talking to let me know that he already had a girlfriend. She was in another state. So that it was like a gut punch, because I was spending a lot of time trying to make something work, and it didn't. It kind of blew up in my face the night before I met JP. So that's my mindset. I was like, you know what? Bump a relationship. I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. I just spent 4 or 5 months with a dude who was withholding information from me for a long time. I'm just going to kind of just freestyle. And so...
AKA, biggers ain't shh.
So that's... I love how you edited that. So that was my mindset going into that night. So when I started talking to this dude, it didn't occur to me that I might want to start a relationship, because of course I was anti-relationship at the moment. And so I think for me, looking back at this moment, that night probably really sold me on the idea that there needs to be some type of friendship that must happen before you get into something deeper with somebody. And that's not something that I did in the past. You do when you're in college, we in the AUC is the black mecca of America, right? And so you serial date. You date somebody, it works, it doesn't work, boom, keep on moving. Serial dating. It was a lot of serial dating. I was sick of it pretty much from my freshman woman year. I was sick of it. I was like, I'm tired of dating. So, but it didn't occur to me to try to not date somebody, just try to be a friend to them first. And I think our period of kind of getting to know each other, it was like a formal process. So you courted me, and you used to like pay gas for me, you used to buy me chocolate. And that's not that's 2021 phrasing. That is not our terminology. That was courting, okay?
Sucker MCs all
and
across
so
the
he
globe.
used to, we used to go out to lunch, we used to go out to dinner, and we actually have full conversations. So we actually tried to like each other at a friendship level first before trying to pursue being together, because we made it exclusive, but it wasn't until I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later. It was the end of January, so like the 24th.
9 days.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
That's a week. That's not a week.
That's not.
Y'all know I don't do math.
Bad math.
Yeah, that's bad math, but that's okay. But I mean, in that 9 days, we were able to say, hey, this is something that is sparkly, right? And it's something that is something that we should pursue. And so Johnny he literally asked me, hey, do you want to be exclusive? People don't do that no more, y'all. So people just assume that, hey, since we humping, we might as well be together, right? So he actually asked my permission to exclusively date him. And so that was, something that has stayed with me after all these years, that consideration and that that I could, that he could
I
ask for
don't
my
want to be a
permission.
player no more.
I took him off the market. I did. And so that friendship and that consideration is something that has remained. I think now we're probably more friends, even more now than we were then, of course, because not only just time, but I know him, deeper, and I like him as a person. And that's something that's important.
Yeah, she my road dog. She hasn't cut me, so I guess I'm cool.
Yes, you are cool. So you got to actually like the person. If you can't we've spent long car rides together. We've spent time in hotel rooms kind of rained out and having to stay in.
Coronavirus.
If we, hey, there you go. If you can't sit in a room together and, you can't stand to be around each other, hey, it's not going to work out. You got to, kind of work that thing out. And you got to be honest about it. So that's how I think it kind of informed me. And I was young, and JP had to deal with a lot of breaking apart all these preconceived notions that I had as someone who was young and immature. He had to break down all of that. So he had to go through a lot to get to who I am now. Mm-hmm. So, but I think it worked out for the best.
I believe so. I believe so.
So, yeah, man. Anything else we want to tell the people?
No, I think that's good for today. Like I said, we'll see how this does, and if this is something that people are interested in learning about.
Absolutely.
First of all,
I
do talk.
My husband talks, y'all. I know people see me and I'm the talk, and they ask me, why doesn't he talk? He talks. What to expect coming up. So our focus is on the quote unquote honeymoon phase, because it's now it would be what we call a antiquated or old kind of term.
Antiquated, what does it mean?
Old, baby, ancient, vintage.
Okay, right? You can't be doing all that.
I know. I'm going to define words when I say words. All right. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm an English major. So
Bellman, your ad here.
What expect? So we're going to be talking about what it means to be in a honeymoon phase, if it exists, if it's a myth now, because now relationships are way different with social media. When we got together, we had Black Planet pages and MySpace. And so that was at the very cusp of social media. So now people date on social media. So does that, make the honeymoon phase different? Can your honeymoon phase last a long time, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So those are some good questions. So that's what we'll be exploring as we're talking together.
Okay, you got any motivational quotes?
And involving relationships?
Just period. Just motivate the people.
I don't know if I have any at the moment. I know you may have one.
You a paper chaser. You set the block on fire.
Oh, my goodness.
Remaining a G to the moment you expire.
Point to yourself in the mirror and say it. You a paper chaser. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back soon with a new episode.
All right, peace.
Welcome to the Blue Room. You want to see your boo? I guess that's cool. I'm sick and tired of these lames. I'm done. I'm through. The broken promises, undue stress. He won't confess. It's such a mess. For the fun of it, I guess I'll run with it. Where we going? Hope it's quiet. I just want to sit in the background, adjusting my crown. If it gets loud, I'll just grin and smile. Effie Amberly, what do I see? About 50 limb eyes staring at me. Maybe we should stop. I'm not trying to rock. Not feeling the best, looking like a pork chop. So you booed up? Gon' put your shoes up. You'll be back? Cool, 'cause these dudes suck. 20 minutes later, 'cause I'm not a hater. Shoot a glance at my girl, she like, see ya later. What's there to do? I have no crew, but there's a cute favorite face dude in navy blue. He approaches me. From what I can see, he seems grounded, comes from family, but he's 23. We start to vibe. You ready to ride? She wants some fries. Psst, head outside. He hands the number. My face a color of something red, flush, 95 and beside.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Girl, you got it going on.
A mic check 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
A mic check 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah. 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 A mic check 1 2.
You got it going on. You got it going on.
Hey love, so nice to finally meet ya. Up front, yeah, I'm a creature of habit forming, borderline boring, some silent worry, a little bit of snoring, but that's the bad part. I wanna hear you start, get to know your heart. Oh, I like your scar, you know the spell, man, sorta like hell, man. Close by Morehouse, you looking for that real man. So you a writer, huh? You smell so bright, 3 a.m. we start to see the lights on. It's the crack of dawn, sports in the zone.
Who that is?
That's Rip Hamilton, the corner pocket. I just might lock it. If I play it cool, chill, just don't block it. A breath of fresh air, you wanna work where? Then that's some drive and passion, and baby, that's rare.
Girl, you got it going on, and you cute and shit. Girl, you got it going on, don't be shy and shit. Girl, you got it going on with your red lipstick. Girl, you got it going on, and your fly outfit. Girl, you got it going on, and you cute and shit. Girl, you got it going on, don't be shy and shit. Girl, you got it going on, you got it going on, you got it going on.
Yeah, I'm feeling you, this much is true. What's there to do? I have no crew. Respect, beware. I know you had your share of fake mobsters, hustlers, you know the Fred Astaire's. I wanna take it slow, maybe catch a show. Lennox Mall, hey babe, we gotta go. There's a slight delay, there's no need to play. Let's find our way to Chick-fil-A. But should I text her back?
Yo, what's wrong with that?
I only got 15 days before I go back to Shot City. Damn, she's so pretty, her comeback's just with it.
My nigga, is you giddy?
My composure call, but what about my heart? I gotta maintain the standard, you know the player's mark. Divide and conquest, we all know the rest. Get in, get out, rub on the booty, then
Sir,
suck on the
sir. Girl, you got it going on, and you cute and shit. Girl, you got it going on, don't be shy and shit. Girl, you got it going on with your red lipstick. Girl, you got it going on, and your fly outfit. Girl, you got it going on, and you cute and shit. Girl, you got it going on, don't be shy and shit. Girl, you got it going on, you got it going on, you got it going on.
There's something different, emotion sensing, my patience willing, her soul extending. Damn, I love it, you need to cut it. Out with this bullshit, her vibes above it. Yo, I found my heaven on this earth today. Yo, I found my heaven on this earth today. Yeah, I saw my heaven on this earth today. Times of the essence, can't let her get away. Get away, can't get away. Let her get away, can't get away. Let her get away. Let her get away.